Welcome back to the Boys High School Basketball Championship, everybody. The JFK Islanders are leading the Simon Sanchez Sharks after one quarter, 9-8, on a beautiful steal and then a feed from Chris Connor to Billy Belger.
Yeah, Billy Belger not quitting on the play with just seconds left on the clock, able to rebound his miss and tip it back in.
And John Buan doing a slap the floor move, obviously out of frustration, but that's a move perfected by the great Duke players. But Buan also a very, very fiery player himself. We're going to be seeing him at the next level for a long time. Sanchez swings the ball around. Long shot.
De Guzman coming up a little short there. Good hustle by Aaron Castro, slowing the pace of the game, stopping the fast break opportunity of the Islanders.
In the game now, big number 45 for the Islanders. The man in the middle, Chino Cruz, tallest player on the court. Long shot by Chamberlain for three, just off the mark, and a nice rebound by Castro.
This is a very physical game, Jason.
And remember, what Jinoan told us is he is going to trap and he's going to press every single time down. This is basically like, in football terms, this is like blitzing on every single play. They are not going to let up on defense. They are going to be in Chris Connor's face each time down the court as Buan.
That's an incredible shot, man.
Up
that
and
guy
under
is fast.
From every single angle.
John Buan, he just blew by three defenders right now. That was quite a reverse.
Score changes again, and the Sanchez crowd is now cheering MVP. They felt slighted when Buan did not win as Connor goes off the back rim. Nice move that time by Chamberlain, number 22 for his 2 points. 11-10, another lead change. Fourth of the ball game so far, 11-10 Islanders.
The Sharks moving the ball around on the perimeter right now. It's back in Buan's hands.
8 points for Buan, 8 of the 10 Sanchez points. Another long shot for De Guzman, just off the mark. Here comes JFK. They've got their tallest lineup of the game right now, as Belger goes inside to the hole, gets his own air ball.
Sanchez trapping.
Beautiful touch pass to Connor, but just short rebound Buan.
Nice bounce pass by Buan, but good defense by
and there's Algerel Grape. Correction, number 3, his brother, Alshea Grape. Remember, their name is Grape. They have requested we call them Grape. It's a good luck charm of sorts. So the superstitious Islanders, it would seem. But they are leading right now, 11-10, 5:23 left to go in half number 1, in what's been an electric first half of high school championship basketball presented by McDonald's.
Man, Buan is on fire. A nice jump shot there. Gets the kind bounce.
12-11, another lead change.
You know, the De Guzman, number 22 for the Sharks, is doing a good job of keeping the ball away from Chris Connor, forcing Chris Connor to play on the perimeter and take jump shots.
Connor with a lot of time to set that three-pointer off the mark, but good hands by Sanchez and nice hustle defense by Buan.
Very good hustle right there. And this is, if Sanchez wants to win the game today, this is what they're going to have to do. Force the big guys like Chris Connor to play out on the perimeter so they can't be an offensive rebounding force. And, you know, just grind out a win.
De Guzman again, another shot, and now he hits. Evander De Guzman. And he is hype. 15-11, the largest lead of the game for Sanchez, and timeout JFK as Sanchez has a 4-point lead, and the Sanchez crowd was going absolutely ballistic. Once again, calling MVP every time John Buan gets a hand on the ball. A little bit of a dig of their
Yeah, so
their rivals from Upper Tumon.
So far, the coaching strategy of the Sharks is working for them. Make the most out of your offensive possessions, and then prevent the Islanders from getting the ball to their big men inside. And it's working well, and they're up by 4 points.
Now, what's also interesting is JFK coach Ray Sarafico going to his bench a little bit more. He's been very, very liberal with the substitutions. Sanchez coach John Buan, not so much. He's maybe subbed in like maybe once or twice, but basically staying with his core players.
Yeah, we'll see if that plays a factor later in the game, due to fatigue. But so far, Chris Connor hasn't found his shot. He's missed quite a bit. So, luckily for JFK, they have many options. The Grape brothers, Billy Belger, Nolan Chamberlain. They have a lot of options offensively.
7 points for the MVP as he now has the ball. The very dangerous Chris Cotton. Remember, there basically is no weakness to his game. He averaged 18 points a game, 12 rebounds a game, 3 steals, and 2 blocks.
I mean, that's an incredible stat line.
Yeah.
But, so far the Islanders the Sharks have done a good job of keeping the ball out of his hands. Here we go, Smalls with the ball. Islanders passing the ball around.
And look at that Sanchez defense. Every time somebody comes even near inside the three-point line, there's 3 guys on him. Nice feed by Anthony Smalls to Chris Connor. 9 points for Connor now as the score is 15-13. Sanchez on top, and that stifling, deafening Sanchez defense and an improved shooting game here in the second quarter has brought the Sharks to lead by as many as 4 points.
Nice rebound by Grape. Smallest guy on the court pulling down that rebound.
Billy Belger, long three-pointer. Steph Curry range for Belger.
That was a pretty deep 3.
And Belger again. And Belger, but beautiful rebound by Connor. He's got 11. And he's tied the game at 15 with 2:33 left to go in half number 1. And you can really see, Ken, the difference that having Anthony Smalls inside for the Islanders.
Yeah, definitely. Well, both him and Connor, it's easier for them to get rebounds. And, if they get a rebound like that, it's an easy putback for 2 points.
And substitution coming back in. Evander de Guzman out, John Buan back in. Jin Ohan, the head coach of Sanchez, wasting no time in getting his all-island point card back in. And you said it, can Sanchez keep up this pace with playing that kind of blistering defense all game long with basically the same core group of guys?
Well, and I think that's why their offensive strategy is good. They really pass the ball around the perimeter a lot, make use of the clock, just try to keep possession of the ball as long as they can.
Wild shot that time by John Garcia, number 4, as Belger goes inside to Connor. Garcia with the takeaway. Nicely done by Sanchez.
Very good physical play down there for the rebound.
Yeah, every time they go, there's a defensive rebound to be had. There's always at least 2 or 3 Sanchez players down there.
And they're going to need to. I mean, they're just a lot smaller in the post, so.
Buan gives to John Garcia. Back to Buan.
You got it, Cruz here, or Castro.
And Sanchez trying to work what looks like to be a perimeter game as JFK is not falling for it. They are staying home, staying inside.
But this is a smart play. They're killing time on the clock.
And Sanchez wanted a foul as Grape had to take away Connor. Nice pass as Chamberlain, short rebound. Buan, here he comes once again. Buan was stripped, but ball will stay with the Sharks. 15-15, 40 seconds left to go in quarter number 2. You're watching Championship High School Basketball right here on KUAM TV. Jason Salas, Ken St. Nicholas, Chris Barnett patrolling the sideline with analysis. We are presented by McDonald's in what's been an amazing game. As guess who goes off glass? John Buan once again.
A very nice inbound pass right there.
Now, fittingly, we asked a Twitter poll today, Ken, who our Twitter community thought was going to be the player with the most impact. Despite having three choices for JFK players, it was John Buan of the Sharks.
And he certainly has had the most impact in the game so far. Offensively, he's accounted for like every point on the Sanchez side.
Belger, another three-pointer, just short. Now, Billy Belger seems to be a little bit off on his shooting, but he is a pure shooter, and what they do is you just keep shooting.
Yeah, you know, JFK has a lot of options to put points on the board. But at the same time, Sanchez has done a really good job of just killing the clock. And then, you know, here we are at a score zone 15-17.
Billy Belger 2 for 10 in the game as Buan goes.
Wow.
Oh! Now, Steph Curry does that at least 3 or 4 times a week. Buan almost had one.
That was pretty close.
Well, the Simon Sanchez Sharks are leading their heated rival, the JFK Islanders, 17-15. We've got our halftime extravaganza coming up. We're going to show you who the All-Island team was. Get and listen to this crowd, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back. More coming up right after this.